Hi, thank you for watching the video. I would like to explain and demonstrate why some IR illuminators don't seem to work with some cameras. So I wish I could give you a step-by-step and just tell you how to set them up, but there are so many different cameras and it just wouldn't be practical. So I will explain the principle how the night vision cameras work, and that should make it a lot easier. So all digital cameras have an image sensor. And most of those sensors are sensitive to IR light, infrared light, to some degree or another. So, night vision cameras will see that light, but in the daytime they will filter that light out with IR card or IR filter. So right now you're watching a video in daytime mode where all the IR light coming from the sun in daytime is filtered out, and you're seeing it the way our eyes would see it, the way we're used to seeing it. Okay, now in this camera, it's a unbranded generic camera. We have the ability through the user interface to turn off the IR filter and let all the light through. And what I would like to do is to demonstrate to you what it would look like, not in the dark, but in a regular daytime light, and how it would skew all the colors. All right, let's try to do that. Now this camera is actually in the night vision mode, and the IR filter is off, so all the IR light is getting through. Notice the color differences. Notice how the tree is no longer green, the sky is different. Look at my t-shirt, it used to be black. The colors used to be gray. So this is what an image looks like with a combination of regular sunlight that has IR in it that usually is filtered out. Okay, so we will continue in the darkroom to demonstrate why it needs that. Okay, we're indoors now and we will continue. It's still the same camera, generic camera. It's in full automatic mode now, except for IR LEDs have been turned off. So even though it's in full mode and it will switch into night vision mode, the LEDs provide no illumination whatsoever. All right, so this is the IR illuminator, our bulb. I'm going to turn it on and turn the lights off, and we'll see what happens. Let's turn the lights off. Okay, with lights off, the camera just switched into night vision mode. You can't see it too well, but if I go behind the camera, and the bulb is behind the camera as well, the room is pretty well illuminated. We can see it. It's doing a pretty good job. Now, let me demonstrate what happens if we turn off the IR cut control, meaning we turn on the filter and we turn off the IR getting into the camera. It's still on, it's running, and the IR source is also still on. You can't see it from behind the camera at all. In front of the camera you can see some glow, but it's useless. It's not illuminating the room at all. And this is a complaint I keep hearing from some people. Now, why is it doing this? Obviously because the IR filter is filtering out all the IR illumination. So you cannot see anything, and it's useless. So the camera has to be in night vision mode in order for the light to be useful, and obviously it's not going to work with a regular daytime camera. Okay, let's continue. Here is a problem we ran into with Foscam cameras. The problem is that when you turn off the camera's native LEDs, native IR lighting that is coming from the camera, it also turns off the IR cut, meaning it goes into daytime mode. Allow me to demonstrate. This is still our same bulb, same IR illuminator. Let me turn the lights off. Okay, obviously the light is on. You can see me. However, I would like to see what happens when we turn off the camera's LEDs. Not so fast. I just want to demonstrate one more time that the bulb is working. This is with the bulb on, Now I'm turning it off, on again, so it's obviously doing something. Here it's in front of the camera again. Now let's turn off the Foscam LEDs. Now, all of a sudden, this is all you see from the bulb. No useful illumination, and this is the complaint I heard on multiple occasions. Now, we tried as hard as we could to turn off the LEDs on the Foscam camera without turning on the IR cut control, and the only way we found we can do that is to physically disable the LEDs on the camera. Let me show you what happens. Alright, this is what the camera normally looks like, and in the next step we'll just tape up all those LEDs. Okay, we just took some electric tape and taped over all the LEDs. Unfortunately, this is the only non-permanent way that we found that we could disable those LEDs. Now let's continue with the image from the camera. Okay, now that the LEDs are all taped up and the camera is actually in the night vision mode, let's turn the light off and turn our bulb back on. Alright, the bulb is back on. Let me go behind the camera and see what it looks like. Alright, obviously the night vision is working and the bulb is just fine. Here is again, the bulb is off. Let me turn it back on. And the night vision is working. Just to demonstrate again, in front of the camera, turn off the bulb, nothing, back on, working. So unfortunately, Foscam cameras will not allow us to turn off its native LEDs without turning on the IR filter that filters all the IR out. They figured that there is no use for that, and they did not see it necessary that we could use them with outside sources of IR. So unfortunately, that's the only way to do it physically, to tape it up or to paint it over, or physically to disable them. Alright, just to summarize, those bulbs, the outside IR illuminators, will work great with most night vision capable cameras. They will not work with daytime cameras only because they filter out all the IR illumination. They will also work with some Foscam cameras only when the native LEDs of those Foscam cameras are on, because when you turn them off, it actually puts those cameras into daytime mode. It disables the night vision capabilities of those cameras. So you can use it along those LEDs, along the camera's native LEDs, or you can just tape them over or somehow disable them. And unfortunately, that is the only way it will work with those cameras. Hope that's been helpful.